All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
November 16th, 1937, the good Lord up in the heavens blessed us with another shining soul. His name was Hugh Francis Beckstead. He was third in the line of his family, it said. Now I think it's time his story was told. We thought the boy had met his mire when he got caught up under that tractor tire and found himself pushed deep beneath the earth. Well, they pulled him up 3 minutes later, all covered in mud like a new potato, and said, "This boy's here to show us what he's worth." So Hugh Francis Beckstead's turning 70 today. Some said he wouldn't make it. Looks like he's here to stay. Without his wisdom and knowledge, we wouldn't know what to do. So Hugh Francis Beckstead, we love you. Now, young Frank, he was quite a sight, riding down the Beckstead Road on his bike with his good friend Grinner propped up on his shoulder. Well, as a boy of the neighborhood, he learned to hunt and shoot real good, but nothing like his sister Marlene, who was a wee bit older. Well, he was an athletic sort. He could play almost any sport. He'd run and kick and throw and shoot and skate. But the night that arena roof come down, all the elders around the town knew once again Frank made his great escape. With an unending thirst for knowledge, Frank headed off for the Kempville College to fill his head with some very important stuff. But all the sports and friends and women would send a young man's head swimming. Keeping focus must have been quite rough. Well, Hugh Francis Beckstead's turning 70 today. Some said he wouldn't make it. Looks like he's here to stay. Without his wisdom and knowledge, we wouldn't know what to do. So Hugh Francis Beckstead, we love you. Now there was a girl in a town nearby that put a sparkle in Frankie's eye, and he chased until he couldn't run no more. Marlene Armstrong was her name, and about Francis she started to feel the same. I think she just got tired of slamming the door. Well, the first few years they moved around, and Frank's job took them from town to town, and somehow it just never felt like home. Back to Chesterville they did come, and home to the farm where Frank was from, and Saturday night dances, family, friends, and plenty of room to roam. A proud father he did become, 3 beautiful daughters and not 1 son, with their tight-fitting jeans and a knack for saying thanks. With the crashed up cars, the empty brown jars, the late night screaming after the bars, yeah, no doubt about it, they were Frank's. Well, Hugh Francis Beckstead's turning 70 today. Some said he wouldn't make it. Looks like he's here to stay. Without his wisdom and knowledge, we just wouldn't know what to do. Well, Hugh Francis Beckstead, we love you. Well, old Frank used to set the tongues a-wagging when he cruised through town on that big Ford wagon with his modified tractor parked up on the roof. Well, folks would say, "Well, where's Frank going? To the county fair to do some pulling." Many modifieds kept him busy in his youth. At the fairs, the tractors didn't do so well, but the town sure thought Frank's legs were swell and crowned him Mr. Legs 2 years in a row. So we all know Frank, he sure likes to prank. If there's funny going on, you'd have him to thank. So he was always out to try to steal the show. Well, Hugh Francis Beckstead's turning 70 today. Some said he wouldn't make it. Looks like he's here to stay. Without his wisdom and knowledge, we just wouldn't know what to do. Hugh Francis Beckstead, we love you. We're missing a verse in there.
That's excellent.
Isn't that good, eh?
Excellent.